Welcome to today's video. The recent controversial occurrence of Will Smith slapping Chris Rock at the Oscars has got the MMA community talking. You won't believe what Dana White's and Jake Paul's comments are. I'm sure you would be intrigued about Melvin Manhoef single-handedly stopping 3 burglars who tried to break into his house. Watch this video to the end and you will find out about other amazing events happening in the MMA world. Let's begin. MMA fighters react to Will Smith slapping Chris. The recent occurrence of Will Smith slapping Chris Rock at the 2022 Oscars had gotten the world talking about it, including UFC, MMA fighters, and celebrities giving their comments either in support or against it. It was on Sunday, March 27th at the Dolby Theater in Los Angeles, Calif, when comedian Chris Rock made a joke about Jada Pinkett Smith's hair loss. Will Smith, who became furious at this, took to the stage and slapped Chris Rock on the face. It was a stunning moment for the audience and those watching from home. The MMA community wasn't silent about this and came out on Twitter to comment on it. The following are some of the top reactions of the MMA community. Dana White: "Finally, there's an #Oscars show worth watching, and @Chris Rock has a chin." John Jones: "Anyone watching the #Oscars? Will Smith is a gangster for that one. Chris Rock was the ultimate professional for the way he continued." Daniel Cormier: "Very hard to surprise me nowadays, but watching Will Smith slap it out of Chris Rock is very surprising. I'm actually amazed that this happened. You could see the moment Will started to feel played." Randy Brown: "There go words having consequences again." Julian Marquez: "Next at UFC matchup at Will Smith versus @Chris Rock, book it ASAP #Oscars." Tim Kennedy: "A staged punch by Will Smith on Chris Rock at the Oscars is a pathetic attempt to get some viewers to tune in." Wing Pickle: "Just watched Will Smith smack it out of Chris Rock. I love him even more now." Ayman Zahabi: "Violence is a real thing and we don't usually see it in a setting like this, but was it real or fake?" Walt Harris: "I stand with @Will Smith." Sean Strickland: "Lamau, if that was @Colby Cove MMA, he would have been on the phone calling 911 while trying to give Trump a handjob. Well played @Chris Rock. You took that like a man. You should catch him in the parking lot, lol." Will Brooks: "That was a clown move by Will Smith. Rock is a comedian, he's doing what comedians do, make jokes. Will Smith is whack for that weak move. What are you protecting your wife from? Words? He's protecting his wives from jokes. How stupid and weak." Jake Paul: "I got $15 million for Will Smith and $15 million for Chris Rock ready to go. Let's do it in August on my undercard. Chris Rock didn't press charges but Colby Covington did. Lol. Just shows how much of a Colby is. Make fighters not soft again." Dennis Kang: "You'd think Will Smith would have learned to hit from the Ali movie, or Chris Rock has that rock chin. Either way, looked so fake for real." Diego Santos: "Be careful when you talk about the family of a man. Respect is everything." Jared Gordon: "You can sleep with Will Smith's wife, but you better keep her name out of your mouth." What can you say about Will Smith's reaction to Chris Rock's joke? Do you think he went too far by slapping Chris? Comment below in the comments section. Georges St. Pierre believes Francis Ngannou deserves bigger pay. Says, "Go get your service somewhere else where they're going to pay you well." Francis Ngannou is not happy with what he is being paid at the UFC and has been fighting for bigger pay in his contract with the UFC for a while. After defending his heavyweight title against Cyril Gane at UFC 270 earlier this year, he said he is now done with $500,000 or $600,000 paydays and also wants to take on pro boxing bouts alongside his UFC career. Georges St. Pierre, who is also represented by the same agency as Francis Ngannou, the Creative Artists Agency, supports this and feels he deserves what he is asking for 100%, whether or not it's with the UFC. He told Ariel Helwani on the MMA Hour that, "I'm telling him as a friend that he needs to get paid to his value. And if he's not satisfied with what the UFC gives him, then go get your service somewhere else where they're going to pay you well, because he's not young and he's coming to that point." He further added that he's a heavyweight and you never know what can happen. One punch can change the fight. It's very rare to see a heavyweight stay champion for a long time because of that reason. But Georges St. Pierre also thinks that it would be best if Francis Ngannou sticks to his craft, as he is an incredible talent in MMA. He said Francis going into boxing and meeting a professional boxer like Tyson Fury would have the odds against him and that could be a career breaker. He concluded by saying, "If I would be him, I would try to fight MMA as long as I'm not tired of doing it. And then at the end of his career, if he wants to do a boxing fight, why not? But it's up to him. He can do whatever he wants." What can you also say about Francis Ngannou's pay at the UFC? Do you think he should go to another promotion as George said? I want to know your comments. Melvin Manhoef stops a break-in into his house, chases down the 3 burglars. Professional fighting, aside from the money and fame, could also be of other benefits to fighters even outside of the octagon, and one is seen in the recent occurrence of Melvin Manhoef stopping a robbery in his house. Stay on this video to know exactly what happened. On Monday afternoon, 3 burglars tried to break into Melvin's house in Landsmeer, Netherlands, but unfortunately they chose the wrong man to mess with. According to the report, 3 men have been previously seen hanging around Melvin's house while he was out of the country in Paris. They had initially attempted to break in the first time, but the second time didn't go so well for them as the Bellator middleweight title challenger and decorated kickboxer was there to track them down. On discovering them, Melvin chased them and eventually drove them off the road. He is said to have smashed the burglar's car window with his bare fist, injuring his hand in the process. In his account of the incident, he said, "I pulled them out of the car and put them on their knees. I waited for the police to come to arrest them." Since his last fight in November 2020 against Corey Anderson, Melvin Manhoef is returning to action and is scheduled to fight Yoel Romero in a light heavyweight bout. It is still unknown if the incident would affect Manhoef's next flight at Bellator 280, scheduled for May 6th at the Accor Hotels Arena in Paris, France. Deiveson Figueiredo wants to fight Brandon Moreno for the 4th time, UFC targets July. Deiveson Figueiredo is set to meet Brandon Moreno again for the 4th time. This is expected to serve as a groundbreaking moment in the history of the UFC. The 2 fighters have fought 3 times consecutively before, in which the 3 bouts came out with different results. The rivalry began back in December 2020 at UFC 256, where Brandon Moreno fought Deiveson to a draw even when the odds were against him. In June, 6 months later, they met again, but this time, Brandon Moreno, popularly called the Assassin Baby, emerged the winner via a remarkable submission victory, claiming the lightweight title to himself. They met again the 3rd time, with Figueiredo reclaiming the belt via a unanimous decision. At the post-fight event, Deiveson Figueiredo stated his interest in fighting Brandon Moreno again, which would make it the 4th time. Ariel Helwani reported that the plan to have them fight again is in progress. This summer is the target. He tweeted, "UFC has decided to go with Deiveson Figueiredo versus Brandon Moreno for the UFC flyweight title next, sources say. The hope is to do it in July. This is going to be a highly anticipated fight. Who is going to win is the question many would be asking. Who's your bet? I'd love to know." I'm sure you enjoyed this video, so do well to like this video and subscribe to this channel if you are yet to. Also, do not forget to hit the notification bell so you can be promptly notified when more content like this one are uploaded. Goodbye and see you in the next video.